How you doing, Jeff? How's the sound and video? Any good? Trying to figure out why my laptop has no Wi-Fi. Guess I'm gonna have to wear my glasses then. We'll see who's here. Hey, Mr. Mitch, how are you? It's all good, cool. Hi, Andy. How's it going? Um, Morning, Brock. Yeah, I guess what happened was I'll put these on and off because they look like crap. Um, about we were supposed to leave on the 8th. We had two tickets to Bangkok on Asia Air or Air Asia, and then we're going to spend the night there. The kids are out of school for 2 months, and we're going to meet them there on the 8th and get a hotel for the night, and then get a van over to Pattaya and had a real nice hotel on the shore on the beach. And we're supposed to stay in the 9th through the 16th. And on the 7th or maybe even the 6th, I was rapping back and forth to teacher. And he was saying that he was hearing this, that, and, maybe I should check into it a little, which thank God he did. And I did. The problem was the hotel that I had in Rayong just for one night. I was supposed to be there on the 11th, and I would have had my biscuits and gravy already. Damn, that sucks. Um, and so that one I canceled, no problem. Anytime that I get hotels, I always get the cancellation and all that. Well, when I went to cancel my one, which was 21,000 baht, I think it was, I got two rooms, sea view rooms. It was a real good deal, I thought. Anyway, when I went to look at it, it said no cancellation. And I guess for anything 3 days prior, uh, they charge you the full amount. So I made a couple of calls to Agoda. That's who I usually use, and ended up actually talking to the hotel directly. And between that, I just found out like yesterday or the day before yesterday, I think, that they were going to go ahead and waive everything and no penalty, no nothing. So I ended up getting my money, which was kind of cool. So yeah, and it was kind of when we first heard about it, when he first said it, when I checked with my wife, she checked with them, and at that point, um, Surin was going to require 14-day self quarantine when you come back from Bangkok, and it ended up that they changed that, and you don't have to do that. So, which is good because I guess we're going to try to go today, and there's some kind of a water park or something here in Surin. Who else is here? Hey, Joe. Um, so anyway, uh, so we can at least go somewhere because otherwise, her mom and the kids would have had to do the 14 days, and we wouldn't have been able to do anything because my wife's off all this week for Sokran, and I don't know what they're going to do on Sokran. I mean, there's no water. No, I don't. I guess they'll be able to, eat dinner and sit down with their families and stuff. Let me see what everybody's saying. Is everybody still saying hello or asking something? Yeah, usually for some reason, Andy, this particular one, I've never had a problem with the Goda. It's always been. I think I'm just going to leave my glasses on. Um, I get these reflections. I wonder what happens if I turn this computer. Yeah, it's a little better. Um, I've never had a problem before. I've always usually canceled more than the 3 days, but even on 90% of the stuff that I've had before was uh, all the way up until the day of the actually staying in uh, the hotel, so I could cancel right up to the final day. Usually, what I get is in the beginning when I started using it when I first got here 2.5 years ago, I would just get, "Hey Robert, how you doing, man?" Um, the I would go like four. I would go when I first got into Kamala. What I did was I budgeted my money so that I could go on every month. I could go on 2 to 3 um, $400 3 to 4 day little vacations throughout Phuket, and went to where did I go? Krabi. I went to a bunch of places, and I never had a problem. Even when I canceled up until the day before I left, they always refunded my money or whatever. Now I just kind of usually get pay at the hotel, and usually the cancellation's fine. But this one, it was right on that final day. But like I said, they didn't have to do that. It was right in the stuff that that's on their site that if it's 3 days, you pay it. It wasn't like it was something they were trying to hide or anything. Did I miss some? What show did you go on? Who is this, Robert? Oh, was that that is that Richard's show? I got to watch that. I know that you were on there, right, Robert? Yeah, they. I've never paid anything since I've been here, and I've used Agoda every time, and I probably, God, I want to say I've been 50, 60 places. I mean, I've went a lot, especially when I first got here, uh, and I never had a problem. I always had plenty of time to cancel, and I always had plenty of time to get my money back. In the beginning, I usually put the uh, um, I would pay it ahead of time, so they would have to refund my money, but they always did. Yeah, on Richard, like I said before, the only problem is the two times that I've been up at like 9 o'clock, and I go to bed at like 9 o'clock, and I'm going, okay, it's like 9:30, no problem. 10 o'clock, I can make it. I wake up like midnight, 1 o'clock, and go, oh, crap, I missed it. But the I did catch some of that. I watched some of the reruns, so I'll have to look back at it. I didn't see all of it, so I'll check out your thing. And I wanted to ask you something too, Robert. Did you ever um, get a hold of, and I forget his name now, Got to Get Going, or whatever the name of that channel was that disappeared? Did he die? I That's the only thing that I could figure would happen, because all of a sudden the channel has a Thai name now, and God, I hope it isn't that. I hope it's something else, but I just can't figure why the channel went away and it got a Thai name. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. If you know, I'd sure like to know. I mean, I talked to him quite a bit. For some reason, you can't find out anything. That's the only thing that I could think that happened. I even went back to some of my he was the very first person. He started his channel pretty much the exact same time I did, and he actually got a bunch more subscribers and stuff than I did, and we kind of watched each other's videos and sent little things back and forth. I went back to those, and it's still, when I went on those, it changed to the Thai name, and I sent a message saying, God, I hope everything's all right. Is there a reason? Could you let me know? And I haven't heard anything. So if you hear anything, let me know. I'd sure appreciate it. He's a nice man. Um, so anyway, where was I? So anyway, the trip is well postponed. But my wife works, so it's hard that for her to get off a week. But we'll plan we'll plan something again. And hello, it's up to you. I didn't see you. Are you here? You're here. How are you? Um, and so it got postponed, and the I think we're just going to go. We're going to go to this water park either today. I don't know if it's going to be today or tomorrow. It looks pretty interesting. The kids are pretty excited to go do that. I'm not big into it, but I'll go. But yeah, so I didn't get to go see. I was kind of hoping that I would get to go see Teacher and eat some biscuits and gravy, but it'll work out. I'll get there one way or another. What else is happening? I did a short little video that I'll put up after this. It's just another lunch at the same place. I don't know why I took a video of it. It's only, I don't know, the whole thing's only 5 minutes long, but we took the kids there to eat steak and stuff, and I did a little short on that, and then a little like maybe 1 or 2 minutes on the house. The house has got me a little bit annoyed. The cousin that's doing the fence is doing a great job. Everything looks great on that. He's got the side done and the back done, and now we're holding off on the front and the other side because the building brother says he needs to leave that open. I'm imagining to deliver the block and all that stuff and the roof material, but he's kind of dragging his feet a little bit, and so I'm going to try to find out. Don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly happy with everything that he's done, but it just seems like he's slowing down a little bit. So I want to put a little boot behind him and make sure that we get done. I don't want to, yeah, steak again. Yeah, I mean, I think I figured it out. And this one, I put the breakdown on it. What was it? The tenderloin beef steak that I had with the French fries was $2.45 is what 79 baht is. I don't know, but I mean, the kids were like scratching their heads. They couldn't figure out why it was so cheap. So we went there, and then in the end, I did put a little video of the house. They were putting the steel for the upstairs beams that they were actually supposed to pour on the 8th, and I'm still trying to find out when they're going to do it. But as of yesterday, when I was there, it looked like it's probably going to be maybe tomorrow or the next day, and that might not even go because Socran's starting up. So it might not be. Let me see, am I missing anything? And it shows the underground supports that he put to hold the wall up and keep it from, you see all the walls in Thailand that are leaning one way or the other. Hopefully it'll stop that. He's doing a great job. They're both doing a great job. I know the brother that they don't ever, no one ever wants to say they don't want to say I'm busy. I just, I'm going to have to, kind of slow down for a couple of days, which would be fine for me because I'm semi running the other stuff that's going on, like the wall and all that stuff that wasn't in the build for the house. So I need to know, the concrete for the driveway. I want to, put the awning over the driveway. There needs to be awnings in the back over the pool and the koi pond, and the koi pond needs to be built, and the pool needs to be built. So it's hard to try to coordinate that when he's not giving me good information. Yeah, I bet. When do you think? I don't know. I've been hearing stuff. When does everybody think they're going to be able to come? I mean, without this crud that happened the last week, I was thinking August, September, maybe, with maybe a little or no, maybe a 3-day queue or something. But I don't know. I feel for you, man. If I was at home I would be I'd be losing my mind, put it that way. And everything that my um, uh, you know, all my relatives, everything saying you're so lucky to be here, and I just feel bad for everybody that can't be. I look forward to meeting everybody. Am I missing anything? By the end of the year, that's when I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to go back, Jeff. On I was hoping I was going to be able to go back for a 3 week jaunt with my wife, um, to sew up any loose ends that I had with my retirement, which I get my birthday in December this year when I turn 65, so that she gets it when I pass. But I did it on the phone a couple of weeks ago, and I feel real confident. The lady I talked to sent me all the paperwork and that kind of stuff. But I was hoping for October or November, but I think it's going to be January. And I think that they're going to wait for everybody to get stuck, and they'll go from there. You know. Yeah, I think aiming for after. Yeah, I think so. It's up to you. I think everybody's pretty much on the same wavelength on that. I just can't see it. My biggest thing too is there's no way in the world that I want to get stuck in the United States and my wife stuck here in case I have to go by myself. If she can't get the time off, or maybe it's just, better that I just go there for maybe a week and a half, and then come back, whatever the case may be. I want to make sure I can get back here and it's not going to cost me, a fortune, 3,000-5,000 bucks, to stay in a hotel and do the queue there and that kind of stuff. So I don't want to take any chances. Although it's going to be almost 2 years, so I'm starting to jones a little bit. Like I had said before, I've got my youngest granddaughter I haven't even met yet. She was born in February when I was in the hospital. So I haven't been back since then. So I'm looking forward to meet her. Uh, I think everybody's going to come. Well, good. We'll have one giant party. I hope. I'm willing to go anywhere where anybody wants to meet up, so that I can, so that we can all meet up. I'd love to meet you all, no doubt. I've met more people, good people that I feel are good people, from this flipping YouTube channel. That's why I'll keep doing this until it just isn't fun anymore. But everything's going good. I think I've got, what did I got? I got almost 1,200 hours now, and I think it's 267 subscribers now. Keeps going up, 2 or 3 a day or something. And so I've been getting the views. I think I have to do some more videos, some more interesting stuff. Like if we go to that water park, I'll do that today. Yeah, I hope that I think everybody's up for the same thing. I mean, they're going to want to come here. Not going to be when everybody comes, maybe even the first time, unless they want to. But I'm hoping that we can all meet up somewhere for a couple of days and have a good time. That would be fun. Probably in Rayon. Let's see, am I caught up yet? Yeah, I don't want to take any chances other than them saying that. Hey, there's Bad Badger. How are you? Good morning. I'm getting all sorts of ideas. Keep showing me your backyard. I was gonna put in a little 3 meter by 3 meter 1 bedroom little guest house thing, but my yard's too small. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is building something similar to your little tiki room there, maybe a little bar and a barbecue and that kind of stuff with a nice cover over it. But loving the videos. Can't wait for the next one. Yeah, I hope we all can. I want to get Bad Badger's way too. That looks pretty nice over there. Like I said, the bed I've been quite a few places, um, and I think that the nicest place I like Colac, but as far as if I wanted to live someplace, because I was looking like Hua Hin, something like that, but down that way in Pachuap Currycon, I really liked. Maybe if I was 35, 40 years old, I might want to be someplace else. But the way that I'm living my life now, it's nice and uh, slow, quiet. I really liked it. I was there for 2 days when I went down and did that video with Joe. Yeah, the one that I was looking at was actually kind of cool. It was 100. We could build something too, but it was 170,000 baht, and then plus delivery. It was 3 meter by 3 meter outside dimensions of it. 3 meter. Where am I? It's 3 meter square. Um, and on the one side, it had uh, a stairs going up to the whole roof was a little, place to sit and put a table or whatever you wanted. And inside it had a bathroom. And then we were going to put like maybe, some kind of couple, two, three fold out couches or something so that if people came, they would have a place separate from the house. We have room in the house too, but would have a place to come. And it was kind of cool, but it's just, God, that backyard is so small. Yours, at least you have a little bit of room. Let's see, where am I? Yeah, when I went there, I spent two places. One was a real nice, and I'm not going to remember the name of the resort. It was a 4 or 5 star. It was a real nice hotel. And the other one was back in like inland, quite a ways, and owned by a Thai family, and they had a bunch of buildings and little ponds. It was actually really nice, real cheap. And I spent 4 or 5 days there. It was great. I like Kolek. And you said, I think, you said that was like an hour from you, Badger, or something like that. Oh man, yeah. I have to ask my brother too about. I was every when I see that countertop, he put a big barbecue. He's got a big pool in his backyard, and he put a big barbecue and then a bar type thing. And what he did was he ground and polished the concrete. So when you looked at the concrete, you actually looked into like 50 different colors because all the stones were ground down. So they were like opened up. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And I think that's all he did was he ground it and then he put like a 2 part epoxy on it. I'm gonna find out and have him send me some pictures of it because it was really interesting. He did it. I don't know if a lot of people do that, but he did it. Um, probably 5 years ago, I guess. So I don't know how popular it is. Those old man naps are kind of cool. We have 800 square meters. Yeah, and what we have is half that, I think, or maybe even less than half that. Um, you know, she owned it. She owned it outright. Um, it's close to in the city. It's actually really close to the giant, brand new government center that they're opening up. Is probably, in my terms, not a mile and a half from the house. That drove all the property values up. Um, but here in Thailand, it's just kind of weird because I look at everything and all I just see is miles and miles and miles of empty open land, rice, growing rice. And then you come to a town and they build houses, 2 inches apart. But I guess that's the way it is. But that's what I think is like ideal. half a raw is, I think, perfect. 50 minutes, that's cool. 10 power nap. Is that how he stays up 24/7? His little short power naps when no one's looking? Hour and 30 minutes evening. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You know what it is, Robert? It's just that when you can pay 1,500 baht for a 5 star and you pay, 1,200 baht for a 4 star and 1,000 for a 3 star, it's like that extra 500. For me, it was more, a little bit better breakfast. Um, but you're right. A bed's a bed. But some of the accommodations are nice. It's just, I guess what I'm saying is it's so cheap. Uh, that's what I'm saying. If you're here in Thailand, now's the time to be here if you want to travel. There's no doubt about that. It's called Loft. I'm going to check into that too, because I'm going to probably, if I do a bar in the back, Badger, I'm probably going to do something like what you did, maybe just a straight thing, maybe seats 3 or 4 people. Basically, going to be for whenever her family's there. There's not much other entertaining that we could do. I don't know very many people here uh, in Surin. Old geezer. you're not. You're younger than me, aren't you, Robert? I think you are. My knees are, man, they're getting bad. I'm dreading the fact that I'm probably going to have to come back to the States to get them done. Or maybe I can get them done here. I don't know. I got to check into that, but it's getting to the point now. They wanted to replace both my knees 50 excuse me 15 years ago, and I said no. And now it's getting to the point where the pain, you got to weigh out quality of life. But I'm not looking forward to that. I know it's not. I hate pain. When I was younger, it seemed like I could tolerate pain a lot better than I can in my old age. Everybody loves naps, Joe. Uh, yeah, I agree. It's just so nice to be able to, I like spoiling myself every once in a while, and now with the price of things, I don't have to spoil myself for what, $50 a night, where it should be, I don't know. When I was in the United States, for some of these hotels that I've been in, I was paying, 350, 400, 500 a night, Your dogs won't let you know. Now you're planning on coming at the end of the year. You gonna bring your dogs, Jeff? Is that what you're gonna do? How many dogs do you have? I know I was attached to mine. I had a couple of buddies that were in when I was in Costa Rica. He brought over 3 of his dogs. Currently, yeah, exactly. It's being here is the. I was born in '56, Robert. December 22nd, 1956. Getting a coffee. That's what I should do. We got 11 people. That's pretty good. Nothing better than a good dog, that's for sure. Yeah, to get it done. And I've got her insurance. I've got a pretty good. I think she's got a pretty good line on who and what and where to go uh, to get, you know, whether you're having your heart done, your legs done, or whatever. So I'll start checking into it. It's just getting to the point now where it's starting to be a little bit of a hindrance. I can't walk a long distance without being in a lot of pain. Ugh. But yeah, so as far as, like I said, as far as the house is going, I'm gonna probably go over there. We'll go over there before we go to this water park and see what they've got going. You know, I think I might. Maybe I'll have my wife will make me a cup of coffee. I'll put Mitch's up there. I'll stick to my lemon water. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm hearing things about that too. I always thought lemon water was good for you, and now they're saying it's not supposed to be so good for you. I don't know who to believe anymore. They've been telling me that saccharin and artificial sweeteners are going to kill you. Well, I should have been dead like 20 years ago. The amount we had saccharin, I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember saccharin. In fact, my grandmother used to carry around a little bottle full of saccharin. She used it in her coffee. But two dogs, beagle mix. Okay. Yeah. Sounds about like me. Are they too old to travel, or you just don't want to take them once you get settled, or you just want to start living? I know I'm a little bit more on the selfish side the older I get. Oh well, thanks, Joe. Yeah, you know, I could tell a couple of the early videos that there was quite a bit of pain involved, but he did, and he's a big man. I mean, there was a point in my life where even if I wanted to get surgery, they wouldn't have done it on me because I was too heavy. They would have wanted me to lose weight, but he's just a big guy, uh, tall. But yeah, he got over the lady. You know, I've heard like when I had my ACL, when I had my ACL done, when I had my meniscus done in each knee. When I went in there, my surgeries were so old ago they didn't have arthroscopic on the meniscus. On the ACL, they did, but the doctors that I went to were uh, sports doctors, and what they told me back then they didn't know, but the reason, but your quad that you actually get the ability to hold your leg out, um, you lose that when they cut into your knee, when they make that big incision uh, before the arthroscopic, it shrivels to nothing, and that's the biggest, hardest part to get back from my surgeries. But he told me, he said, I've had 70-year-old grandmothers have knee surgery and be up and running around the block in 2 weeks. And I've had, football players that are in the best shape of their lives take 6 months to get, so it kind of all depends. Lady across the street from my house up in Yosemite, um, she she's a heavy set Indian gal, and she kicked it in the butt like Robert did. I mean, she was in, up, around, off the crutches, on a cane, and off and running. I mean, she was awesome. But I guess it just all depends. Thanks, Andy. Oh, okay. That makes more sense, Mitch. Uh, yeah, I drink probably too much coffee, according to what my doctor said. But my whole life they've been telling me, stop drinking so much coffee, lose weight, you're too fat, and definitely stop smoking. And I didn't stop smoking until I almost died. But I'll tell you, it feels weird because I haven't been able to breathe like I'm breathing now in 30 years. Yeah, it is. And it's even harder for me now because um, the like we I think we had talked about it before, the Coke Zero here tastes better than regular Coke in the U.S. or in any other country. But so it makes it even harder. It's not supposed to, I don't know. I heard so many things about, now I don't know about the sweetener that they use here in Thailand, but I know that some sweeteners are worse than others. Um, you know, I, I don't know, but I heard dark sodas aren't good for you either. If you're going to drink something, drink clear. I don't know. It's not good for your back or I don't know. Everything nowadays can kill you. Yeah, I know. I love coffee. I figure I my most favorite vices in the world. When I was younger, it was drinking alcohol with cigarettes, and as I got older, because I haven't really drank much alcohol at all in heck probably 30 years, it was coffee. My coffee in the morning with a cigarette. I mean, that was like heaven to me. I'm really surprised. I mean, do I crave cigarettes every minute of every day? I've been doing it since I was 12, and but do I know that it'll shorten my life considerably? Like considerably. And that's the reason I don't. And I want to hang around for my wife. She doesn't want me to go anywhere quite yet. Wow, I don't not that much, but sometimes I'll have maybe four cups. I try to, my doctor told me none, but if you have to have one don't cut it. Yeah, I like the cold coffee too. We just had that the other day. Every time we go somewhere, my wife, my wife gets me the cold coffee. Yeah, that's about me. I think two or three. I try to keep it to. Some days I'll have four or five, but mostly two or three. 1.5 years older than you. Where are you at? Boy, I'm way behind. I'm so horrible at this. I hope I get better. Uh, let's see. Hot, black, and sweet. Okay. Uh, yeah, isn't it the best, man? I'm really, really, really impressed. I mean, you give me a Coke from the U.S. full of sugar and a Coke Zero, and I'll take the Coke Zero any day of the week. But the Diet Coke I had in the United States, I don't like at all. It's weird. Yeah, and that's what Nitnoy's trying to get me to do. We stock the refrigerator full of water, and I'm trying, but boy, I'm sure like you, it's hard to it's hard to it's hard to do. Uh, at least for me, you know. Splenda. Anything that tastes, I think, halfway decent, it can't be good for you, right? I mean, that's just the way it seems like, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to start. I used to really enjoy my coffee, and once I moved to Thailand, it's so easy. I used to make drip coffee or whatever, and now I just scoop in the instant because it's so easy. Does it taste? It doesn't taste all that great, but it gets it done. Yeah, I don't know. I probably have them forever, but like I said, it isn't really as bad as I. Um, that's the way I should bring it. I put cream in my coffee, which isn't really great for me either, as far as putting weight on. But I don't know what was I going to say. Oh, the cigarettes. Yeah, I don't know. It isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I tried to quit a couple of times when I was younger, two or three times in my life, and my friends, either my friends or my wife at the time or family at the time, said that if you don't start smoking again, we are going to kill you. I just turned into a raging uh, maniac, jumping on everybody. Had a fuse. I already had a fuse, this long, and with with the no smoking, it was my battery's gone. Soda water, I used to drink scotch and soda. I think somebody told me a little bit of lemon and soda water. I should try that because I really like soda water. 4 to 5 pounds a day. I know, I don't know. I guess I'm at the point now. I've had a full life. I'm not really more so. I mean, I want to live because I want to enjoy my life with Nitnoy and my grandkids and all that. But I mean, I've had friends that they died at 48, 56, 54. So I feel lucky. I think I'm going to live a while. I didn't that last time. I thought I was invincible until I woke up in that bed completely helpless. And boy, that sure does change your head around. Yeah. Yeah, you know what else didn't help me any when I was helping a buddy. I think I said so in videos before. I was helping a buddy get an air conditioning company started in Buffalo, New York, and I was flying back and forth between Buffalo and my house in Yosemite. And then we found out that my wife had cancer, so I closed up there and came back. Um, I was retired to a certain extent, but when I when she passed, of course, I was a nervous wreck and smoking like crazy. But the cigarettes, I did find an Indian reservation in Buffalo that sold them reasonably. Otherwise, if you went into I want to say the last pack of Marlboro that I bought off the street in a liquor store were $12 or $15 a pack, and in the United States they were like $8 a pack. And then when I came to Thailand, I paid 60 baht. So what is that? 220, something like that. So that didn't help me in quitting. It wasn't like it was going to be a financial burden because I was smoking at least 3 packs a day. So I was still spending $6, $8 on cigarettes. Yeah, A&W, they still had, I don't know if they still do, but in California, we still have A&W root beer. They still have them where you're at, Robert? I know they did I know they did by me in Southern California. I guess that's where you're at, too. Yeah, you're probably right. My mother's 80. My mother's 88, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I said I would never quit, but when I was in the hospital for that 3 months, the nicotine was pretty much out of my body, although I was craving it. But God, I enjoy it. But I did, like I said, when I was younger, I tried to quit, and all my friends and family threatened to kill me. They said, "We'll just take you out and shoot you because you're the most miserable person we've ever seen." Um, Plus, like I said, I had a real short fuse, and I was already an idiot anyway. So we have one. Yeah, Long John Silver's weren't really big by where I was, but I did hear of that, and I did see that they had like the 2-in-1. A&W always liked because I always used to when I was younger, I used to go get root beer floats. That was probably my favorite, but I thought A&W root beer was probably some of the best root beer I ever had. That's for sure. in Seattle. Yeah. In Australia, $40. How much is $40, Andy, in U.S.? Wow. I never really, I never really understood what they were. I mean, I understood what they were trying to do with the taxes, um, but my thoughts in my mind were, I know the way I was when I was young, and especially now you've got a kid that's hooked on cigarettes and addicted to cigarettes. Now you're taking away the ability for him to even get the cigarettes. Um, I don't know, a normal kid when I was younger, maybe I wasn't a normal kid when I was younger. I'd steal, I'd do whatever I had to do if I had to get a pack of cigarettes. I mean, when I started, hell, I was stealing cigarettes from my dad, Camel non-filters. Um, but I understood that they wanted to uh, you know keep the kids from smoking, and I'm all for that. But I don't know. Most kids aren't going to go, oh, geez, they're so expensive. I think I'm just going to, put my foot down and I'm going to stop smoking. No, they're going to go, I think I can steal, $10 from my sister, whatever they got to do. Um, I mean, it's a bad drug. I mean, I, I did a lot of drugs in the 70s, and I stopped those cold turkey. And the way that I stopped those were every time that I wanted to go out and buy something, I went and bought a camera, ski equipment, um, something that I wanted. Shit, within a month and a half, I had a whole room full of brand new crap. And I said, okay. And I stopped. And I haven't done any in 40 years or more. Um, Probably 40 years, 35 years. But, you know, all the drugs are mainly cocaine, stuff from that era. But cigarettes, and then like I remember when I was a young kid, and they said, "Oh, the Surgeon General says that cigarette smoking's addictive," and I just kind of looked at my mom, the televisions. No shit, really. How much did they pay him to figure that out? Because all he had to do was ask me, and I could have told you. But yeah, but let's see. Yeah, I think there is one in the San Fernando Valley. There is one out in Fillmore where I used to ride my bike. I used to go up on the back way to Piru. I think it was Piru, and there was one out there too. There wasn't too many of them. I pressed the wrong button. God, I got behind again. How bad? Let's see. I'm horrible, guys. Sorry. Who's here? Hi, Johnny. Pleased to meet you. That's actually a pretty good price, 50. Um, when my wife smoked too, and at one point before, I think it was, who was it, Obama, that put the deal where you couldn't mail order cigarettes anymore. Never did understand that either. You could mail order cigars, but you couldn't mail order cigarettes. We used to get them by mail, and back then we were like $12 a carton. I think they went all the way up to about $22 a carton, and then we started getting them from the local Indian reservation up there. Um, but now at $100 a carton, so I don't see how these people. I mean, I would I have paid it probably because I was so addicted to the damn things. My first puff was a Lucky Strike. I I was in mine was a Camel non-filter. I was in my friend's mother's Ford Falcon wagon. I think it was a Falcon wagon. It was the one that had the push button drive on it, park, drive, reverse. And we lit them up inside her car. They were smokers. And I proceeded to throw up out the passenger side window. And boy, um, the next day morning, I was smoking a cigarette on the way to school. It's nice to meet you, Johnny. I don't know if I've seen you in on my deal before, but glad that you're here. Appreciate it. Yeah, he's working on the garden. The videos he's got out are great, giving me all sorts of ideas. Did I say that right? Ideas. 100 cigarettes for 33 ounces. God, I'm terrible. Now this thing's jumping. Let me go get my battery. Hold on 1 second, guys. My phone is going to die. I think I just have something I could just plug in, but I don't. Tell me, is the sound any? I'm going to unplug this. Is the sound still okay? I just unplugged my external little lavalier mic. Let me know if the sound's still all right. Let's see. 20 cigarettes. Yeah, same here. Yes, quite a few times, Robert. Indian Dunes. You bet. Let's see. Jeff Johnson, my dad smokes in the house. I hate it. Yeah, what are you going to tell him to do? You know, I was really lucky. I really enjoyed cigars. I smoked a lot of cigarettes, but I enjoyed my cigars. And I was lucky because my wife absolutely loved the smell of cigars. She would come up and make me blow the smoke in her face. So I was lucky. She let me smoke in the house. Most of the time, anybody else, with the cigars, they really throw a fit. Yeah, like I said, I was saying before, I understand why they taxed everything, and because of the kids, and but like I said, maybe kids have changed. Maybe they're different than than I am, or the people I hung around with. Maybe we were just bad, but I guarantee you, 90% of the people that I grew up with would steal from their brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, whatever it would take to buy cigarettes. And it was kind of easy back then because on the way to school, junior high, um, in the laundromat, they had those coin operated cigarette machines that had the pull levers on them. And there was never anybody in there. We'd leave a half hour early to go to school and go in there. And I want to say they were 20, 25 cents a pack. Yeah, really, really hate that cancer word, don't you? Can't stand it. Never thought. It was the weirdest thing for me too. Is all up until 4 days before my wife passed, I thought she was going to live. Never once entered my mind that that I would lose her and have to live without her. It it was weird. I don't wish it on anybody. Worst thing in the world, have to sit and watch somebody go, especially when you love them. Yes, that's for sure. Hope everything works out for you. It's up to you. Never knew my dad. Um, had a stepdad who wasn't a very good man, but I never met my real father. I did have plenty of father figures between my uncles and my friends. Yeah, that would probably be the way it would be by renting one. Yeah, mine never sent me for cigarettes, although he was a smoker. But I remember when I was young, we had a gallon gas container that he would send me to go fill up, and he would give me a quarter, and I think I would bring back 10 cents. I think it was 15 cents a gallon is the cheapest that I remember on good old gasoline. Feel free. Wow. Yeah, I never knew mine. My stepdad, he passed. My brother, which I consider my brother, although he's my half brother, he's still my brother. Um, and they were real close. But see, he was a full blown alcoholic when I was growing up. He liked to beat on me, and when I was young, 8, 9, 10 years old. And then when my brother, we're 10 years apart. I was born December 22nd, and he was born December 30th, and so we were almost exactly 10 years apart. So I left the house when I was what was I was 14. So he was 4 years old, 5 years old. I was 14 or 15, and but my dad treated him, never hit him. He stopped drinking, and he was a good man when he didn't drink. And so my brother was all real upset when he passed, and called me, and I tried to do everything for him. And I just didn't have any feelings for the man. I didn't hate him. I mean, he molded the way that I ended up. Maybe it wasn't real good sometimes, but he definitely had a part of my life. But he was so good to my brother. I mean, they were like buddies. I mean, they were best friends. So I took that into consideration. That I go, and they always wanted me to come with them and go fishing with us. I just couldn't quite bring myself to do that. But I was never um, mean to him or anything. I just, when I turned 16 years old, and he wanted to try to do anything, I just put a stop to it, and he just agreed with it. That's about all I'll say about that. But anyway, uh, let's see, fifth grade, 3 beers and a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, they used to do stuff. It's weird too, because was talking to a friend actually this morning. I talked to one of my friends in Northern California, probably my best friend, and some of the stuff that we were saying, but it brought up something in my mind that when we were younger, it was a whole different world. I remember I got pulled over 15, fully drunk, couldn't walk, couldn't drive, um, 2 cases of beer in the trunk. Opened the trunk, he made me pop every beer, pour it into the gutter, um, and then say, "How far do you live from here?" I don't know, mile, 2 miles. Okay, you drive straight home. There's no way I should have been behind the wheel. And this happened to me 10 or 15 times, and it was like all these cops went to the same class because they all said the same thing. How are you? Are you okay to drive? How far are you from home? And they let you go. Now, I mean, and you can't really do that. People, because I always thought that's why I stopped drinking and driving and everything when I was younger. My luck, I would always kill the grandmother and the 6-month-old infant. I wouldn't kill some ornery old bastard that was driving in a car. That would just be my luck. and then I'd have to end up killing myself because I wouldn't be able to live with having to kill a grandmother and a a newborn. But so I don't know. It was a whole different world back then, but they sure did. They sure did let you get away with everything. Oh, what did I do? What did I miss? What did Robert? I was younger. Yeah, do you think, Robert? Do you think that is? I know that my best friend's grandmother and grandfather went like 6 months apart, and they said when they were older, though they had a good full life, but they were saying that, or I've heard, that 9 times out of 10, most people think that's from a broken heart, and I believe that too. I mean, how can you be with somebody, uh, constantly, and then all of a sudden they're gone in a split instant, and expect it not to, you know. Uh, affect you, But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too. Wow, both. Huh? I never knew my father. My mom's still alive and kicking at 88. Ornery old Italian lady. Probably gonna outlive me. But yeah, also too. I'm sorry to hear that too, Andy. Yeah, it does. Probably the worst. Children. It's amazing how everybody that's on my channel who basically came from teachers channel, they all, I think the truth comes out in what they're saying. I believe all these people that are in this chat right now, I believe what they say. They honestly do feel bad and sorry to hear that, and it's a true statement. Not just somebody saying it to go down the road. I think that's what makes me uh, enjoy the most about YouTube. My life was not the greatest in the world, but it's so nice to have people surround yourself with people that you enjoy talking with, and you value what they say, their opinion, their input into your life, and you know that it's true. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's somebody here that isn't, and they're just pulling the wool over my eyes. But I don't. I feel it doesn't have to be meet somebody face to face. Tell by the way that they answer questions and talk just in the chat. Yeah, I heard. A lot of my friends used to take notes and go and get alcohol and cigarettes for their parents. Walk down to the store. My mom didn't smoke or drink, so it was mainly just that. So he usually had my mom, keep the refrigerator full of beer and alcohol, and he kept the cigarettes pretty well stocked. Although I'm sure that he realized after I started smoking that he was sure smoking a lot more. What was that one? Yeah, my brother's my brother. So yeah, I mean, my morning's still going, and with the chain smoking, yeah. And my best friend when I was younger. Like I said, his mom and dad, or his grandmother and grandfather, did that in 6 months. It might even have been shorter than 6 months. But like I said, they were pretty elderly. I mean, they had a good life. They had a long life, but she was just completely devastated. Complete. I think they were married 60 years or something. It was just. Uh, unbelievable. And they were good people. Yeah, I think we are definitely, Jeff. I know I feel that way. Maybe when people. Yeah, I believe so, Johnny. I mean, I was married almost 30 years, and it was the most devastating thing I've ever been through in my life. And I've been through a lot of crud in my life. And if it wouldn't have went, my life wouldn't have went the way that it has now coming to Thailand. That's why, I mean, I feel like it's an honor and a privilege to be able to be in this country, live in this country, find my wife in this country, have the Thai family that I have. I'm just one lucky bastard. There's no doubt. Uh, and if it wouldn't have went that way, I would have still just been crying every day. This morning, why me, why me? It's hard. I mean, when I was younger, I never thought that I was gonna be married, that long anyway. The first two only lasted 9 months, so um, it's it is devastating. I mean, I even tell my friends now that have their wives, I said, you guys, you need to really pray that if you die, that you both go together, because I'll tell you, whoever gets left behind is an absolute nightmare. Like I said, I feel completely lucky, and I don't know how I got this lucky. I've been an unlucky uh, bastard my whole life. Yeah, I do too, Robert. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. And like I said, I'm hoping that once everybody gets here, that we can have at least once everybody gets settled and does their stuff and whatever they're going to do. I'd love to see everybody, especially the people that are on here right now, uh, get together for a weekend in Rayong or something. I'm willing to go anywhere. So if anybody decides to put it together, by all means, let me know. I'll be there. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I never thought that it would. I never thought that I would feel this close to people that I've never met. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, I feel like I can tell anything to this anyway, because I really don't. I want everybody to know I'm an open book. Um, I tell people when they meet me, maybe there's things that I won't say on here or whatever, but if you really don't want to know something, or you really don't want the truth, please don't ask me, because I'm 99% sure I'm probably going to tell you the truth, and it might not be something that somebody might want to hear. Uh, but I am. I never expected this family. I'm still waiting for my first troll. Everybody says they'll be here soon, but I still haven't seen one yet. But I know they really screw with people. I was really surprised, uh, especially with teacher. I know he's having a hard time with a few. And I had been on there and said, hey, why don't you leave him alone? Come on over and troll me for a while. I need one. Make me feel like I'm a YouTuber. Oh, oh, I thought I was almost caught up for a minute. uh, what did I miss of Johnny's? I'm trying. I don't see how these people do it when they've got two, three, 400 people in a chat. Try to catch up. If I miss something, guys, put it back in. If it's a question for me, I know when I'm in the chat, I talk just as much to everybody in the chat than I do who's ever put it on. I'm going to butcher your name, Katari. Good morning. I don't think I've seen you before. If I'm not pronouncing that right, let me know and I'll try it again. But Katari, Katari. Let me know. The Grinch. How are you? Yeah, I know. I've had bad luck my whole life, pal. Um, you know, I'm a real firm believer in Thailand. Um, is there? Oh, my battery went dead again. You know what? I can plug this in here. Um, oh, excuse me. Uh, I know that there's everywhere there's good and bad and whatever, but I think if you're a semi intelligent person, um, you can. Hold on, I just plugged into my thing. Um, uh, you can figure it out, I guess. I mean, if I was to get burned right now, I would be the most surprised I've ever been in my life. And, it's been kind of easy for me because my wife made it so easy for me. Never asked me for any money, never told me her buffalo died, never told me, please give my mom this, my dad this, give me, never, ever, you know. And I think a lot of it has to be um, uh, being an Isan. There are a lot of places in Thailand, but like I said, I had to start a meetup channel or something because every one of the between 40 and 50-year-old friends of my wife that meets, you got to find me a husband. Please, do you know anybody? You know any? And they all want foreigners, 50 to 65. I mean, and they don't care about age. They just want to be happy. I'm not a rich man by any means, but am I going to make a gigantic change in a Thai woman, most Thai women's life? Sure. But she also made one in mine, so it works. It works both ways. Yeah, I agree. It, God, it's the most horrible thing in the world. It's up to you. I mean, like I said, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, a lot of bad things, and this it was just I've never been hit and kicked in the gut that hard, never, and for that long. It's been 2.5 years, and I still mourn her. Almost 3 years, I still mourn her, and and I probably will until the day I die. And the best thing about it, and the luckiest thing about it with me, is that my wife now believes that my wife that passed away had some kind of an influence on getting me and her together. And she thinks she's her angel. So I don't have to feel any kind of jealousy of something if I want to go on Facebook and type in, it's my wife's birthday in heaven today. Thank you for everything and blah, blah, blah. I don't have to worry about somebody coming up and, getting jealous over that. She never does. So like I said, I'm just lucky. But yeah, if I had my choice, even with my wife now, is that we both go, except she's so young. I would hate to see her go. She still has a lot of life to do. You leaving? All right, Brock. Thanks for coming by, man. Let's see. Am I saying that right? Is it Qatari? Qatari. I'll have to ask. Maybe my wife knows the pronunciation. Uh, Northern Thailand. That's where you're going to go. I want to go to Vietnam now, and see what it's like. But I want to go to Laos too. I want to visit all the countries close, but haven't been able to. So, well, hopefully when everybody gets together, that's probably where we'll end up going if Teacher still has his restaurant bar there. I would think that would be the best and easiest place for everybody to meet up. Um, I know it's a drive for me. It's like if I want to drive there, I think it's six hours, which isn't bad. That's what I thought too. Badger was October, and I'm still hoping. I think it's gonna depend a lot on how many people get uh, get the vaccines and how many people have them. And then I think they're going to lighten up on, they might even put some kind of special visa together that verifies that that you've had your stuff. And then I think if that's the case, you'll probably just have to test and get on a plane. I'm hoping. There's so many people that really want to be here so bad. There's 10 of them in this room right now, or most of them want to be here. Let's see. We're saying goodbye. What did I do again? Oh, oh. Now I lost my spot. Let's see. Oh, Bob's here. Hey, Bob. He just woke up. Just a little bit of everything. I was first. You go back and watch the beginning. I was talking about how I had to postpone and or cancel my trip and that kind of stuff. And now it's just about being, all these people that I've met here in Thailand, plus these people that are in the room right now. About getting together and wanting to meet each other. Just a bunch of nice people. I really looking forward to meeting each and every one of them. If I missed something, guys, let me know. Just put it back in. Let's see. Everybody's still just saying I agree. There. I think that I don't know. Like I said, I consider myself the luckiest man in the world, and like I said, my wife would say the same. She feels lucky being able to enjoy the things. It's not that I've got $1 million. It's just that the life that she was leading was content to her. I mean, it was a life she was accustomed to doing, and she'd eat rice. I got to make sure my kids go to boarding school in Bangkok. Got to make sure my mom and dad have a place to live and food and electricity, and everything. And they just don't make much money here. So just the money that I have is a lot to them. It's a lot to me too. I mean, I live a comfortable life, but what it does to them, the smiles it brings on their face so they can buy, oh, you mean I can spend 40 baht and have papaya salad? Yes, go ahead. They aren't used to that. No, we're just gonna have rice and we'll split some pork, and they don't go out to eat. They're like I said with the kids, and the most of the kids that I've seen and my in-law, they're very grateful for anything that they get. It's not like the kids that my son wasn't quite as bad as some of them, but they expected you owe me this. You're my mom, you're my dad. Give me a new car. Give me. They aren't that way here. It's like give them 20 baht and they like, oh, thank you. It's like it's just I don't know. I don't know how many times I could say I'm the luckiest man in the world, but I'm the luckiest man in the world. You haven't? I met Thailand Rob when I first came here because he was the reason that I went to Kamala because I liked what I saw. And when I got there, I spent 2 weeks there before I came, and I met him only one time, and that's pretty much all I've. Oh no, I met one man that lives here in Surin. He's a YouTuber, and that's it. And then I was hoping that on the 11th I was going to get to meet uh, Teacher and get something to eat. But as you can tell by looking at me, I don't miss too many meals. But I am trying to stay. But I would have not eaten for 3 days to be able to eat the day and a half or couple of days I was going to be there. guys are mainly talking amongst each other. Is that because I'm not keeping up with anything? Mitch, I wasn't really planning on getting married. When I did come here, you guys all know my story pretty much. But I did want to find somebody that I could at least enjoy being with, not just to have fun with. You want to go have dinner, you want to just a companion. And then when I found Nitnoy and what she did for me when I was in the hospital, uh, it didn't matter to me. I wanted to marry her because I wanted her. For one, I wanted to be married to her, and for two, I wanted to make sure that she got my pension, and she deserves it for everything that she's done to me. And what do I care? I'm going to take a little bit less money now, but she's going to get money until the day she dies. So it's a no-brainer for me. And then to build, it was a little bit different. If I had to put up all the money and build the house, and she couldn't get a loan, and maybe it'd be a different story. But with her having the property, owning it outright, and getting 90% of the money, that was a no-brainer for me. And we get to build what we want. They're all in cloud nine. They've never had a new home. Like I said, the kids get to pick out their own, and her mom and dad pick out, their flooring, their room colors, they've never had it. That's why they were so happy at the groundbreaking ceremony. I let her mom and dad do the thing that we were supposed to do. Let them do it. They were smiles from ear to ear, but I don't know. They're just so loving. I mean, the women that I've met, and especially the one that I can really go off to, but I think she's fairly the norm, for here. If they love you unconditionally. Um, the biggest thing why I think that they like older men is, if you're a 50, whatever. I mean, I think most anyway, early 50s or 50-year-old man, you've done a bunch of your running around and crud when you were younger. I know with me, I was. And plus, I look at her and I look at me and I go, why would I go chase women? She's beautiful. I love her. She does everything and anything for me. Why would I do that? Because I've always said that if you really, really, really hate somebody or dislike them, cheat on them. Because I think that's the worst thing that you could do to somebody. I'm missing some comments. Yeah, if you do like it, I do too, Mitch, and it takes up your time, especially if you're here and you're retired and you're not working. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. This is something in your mind, you took it from your mind and now are having this built, and it's planning where I would imagine you're planning on spending the rest of your life at, or at least most of it. But yeah, and like I say, the price wise, even if I did, if I sold my property in the United States, I could come here and build something and still have money to put in the bank. Where are you going to build like this? Even if I paid for this land, and even if it was my money coming out, it still would be under 100,000 for I think it's going to be almost 2,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, American style or European style home, all tile. I mean, it's going to be a nice place. You'll see it. Everybody will see it because I'll put it up on from start to finish. I probably put up too many videos now, but I'll go over there and film something for 5 minutes and bring it back and put it up. Why not? so no one has to watch it. Coffee number 4. That's what I need. I don't know where my wife went. I took my water. I think she must have went downstairs. I think they're getting ready to go to this water park. Oh, so you have met Andy. That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, I think any Asian woman. I think, I don't know. I hope that I'm smart enough to know and be able to tell when I'm being taken advantage of and when I'm not. Obviously, it's hard for some people because a lot of people, get burned. Hey, Mike's, I'm way behind, man. How are you doing? It's so. In case you guys don't know, Mike's from Live My Ass Off. Uh, he just got back with his future wife that have been separated for over a year. She's in the Philippines, Gracie, and they've been. I guess it's been almost 2 weeks now or something, and they're just making up for lost time traveling through Phuket. And, I got a chance to meet Mike. Oh, there's another one. I forgot about Mike's. We went to Chupan together. Really, really a good guy. You'd enjoy, anybody here would enjoy his channel, and if you haven't already subscribed to it, which I'm sure most people have. Yeah, I think so. A lot less. I would be okay in the United States because pretty much my house, everything's paid. Um, so I would be able to live a similar lifestyle there. But anybody else that's just on Social Security and doesn't own anything, it's almost impossible. How are you going to $1,600 or whatever a month? Apartments in Los Angeles, bachelor apartments are 1,500. So you'd have to go live in the Midwest somewhere. I guess everybody knows Mike's. They all know you. Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, in Pachua, Curry Con, I heard quite a few actually. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I'm that far behind. All right, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. I think most of these, everybody's kind of talking to each other anyway. Oh, here's Steve. I didn't see you. I'm horribly, horribly behind. See? My video froze? It might have. I'm having problems with this. Is it freezing now or is it okay? My face frozen. Is it unfrozen? Frozen. Let's see. I'm going to jump down here. I'm not frozen, am I, guys? Okay, cool. I don't know what happened. I'm going to have at the new house, supposedly I have 200 up and down. No way. I don't know what my bandwidth is, but it's not good either. But what I'm going to do at the new house is I'm going to have them bring a hard wire in for my laptop, and so I don't have any problems. And then just use my laptop. I'm going to get a new one. I'm actually going to get the one that Mike from Live My Ass Off has. He really likes it a lot. Mine's old. I got it. It's 3 years old. I got it before I came here, so I'll get a new one, but hardwired because I don't know what it is with that door. They're going in and out of the door. They close it with the door open. the router's right on the other side of the door, and a picture is jumpy a bit, choppy and buffering. Hold on, let me open the door. All right. How's that? Any better? Buffering now or no? Sound and video's okay? Slow motion. Huh. Well, maybe it's just my internet. Well, it's been an hour and a half anyway. So I think I'll go ahead and end it. But like I said, at the new house, I'm going to have them bring a hard wire into my laptop and do it from my laptop. But I'll put up that other video that kind of shows the fence and the bracing and a little bit of the favorite steak place. You can fast forward through the steak place if you guys don't want to see it again. I just did it for the kids. You meet the kids, kind of. I give you their names and stuff. So I'll download that, and I wish everybody a great day, night, or wherever it is your time, and we'll do it again in a few days. I think I'm gonna pick a time or something twice a week and do live streams. So I'll let y'all know. Thanks for everybody coming by, and I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. And have a great day. We'll see y'all later.